How are you handling all these shots you're taking? People are coming after you left and right.
You know, it's actually, I was just texting somebody in the middle of the night a few hours ago, and I'm saying something, after my Sean Ryan interview, something cracked. I'm no longer the same person I was before that interview.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of hate and the amount of venom in that hate has altered me, I think. Hopefully not permanently, but there's just something just snapped. It's just, and what did I do? Let's think about what actually happened. I told the truth, right? That's really what happened. And there are, on the right, there are people who are pissed off that I jumped the line, so to speak, that I'm getting media attention. On the left, they're so angry that I told the truth because they don't want to be held accountable for the billions that they set on fire. They don't want to be held accountable for the conspiracy around Biden's cognitive decline.
So in the last week, I'll just tell you in the last week what happened. When I'm doing an interview, I'll ask peers, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And these are the different responses I got from people, just so you know that. One response was, she's my favorite. I love her. She exposed everybody. You have to talk to her. She's amazing. Let her talk. Let her tell all the dirt, the stuff that the DNC has done, et cetera, et cetera. Great. And by the way, that was a lot of people that were on that side. I'm at a Goldman Sachs event 2 days ago in Miami, and one of the vice chairs is giving a talk to a small group of 40, 50 people. One of the investors that's their client that's theirs comes up to me, watches a podcast. He says, let me tell you about this. What do you think about this Lindy Li girl? And he's telling me this. I'm like, what do you think about her? So I'm curious. I'm getting ready. I think she's a plant. I think she's a grifter. I think she's a this. I said,
Plant
really?
from where?
Well, he's telling me this. And this is a guy that's a $500 million guy. He's a money guy.
Oh,
so I
wow.
said, so let me ask you, who did you vote for? I voted for Trump. Really? So would you consider yourself a rhino? Were you a Nikki Haley? I can't stand Nikki Haley. Really? And you don't like Lindy? I don't like Lindy. Very interesting. So you're not with it? No, you're not. All right. So then I'm sitting there myself. I'm saying, the tweets from you, right, in the past. You've seen these tweets that were in the past. I mean, this is just...
rapist thug, let's just talk about it.
Right, just in the last 4 years. I'll give you some of these things you said, right? 2020, February 26, Joe Biden has the biggest heart of any of the candidates. Oh. He also doesn't raise our blood pressure or alienate 70% of the party, rest of America. That's 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Then there's another one. Happy National Joe Day. I took this in SF last year. Every time we meet, Biden is kind and compassionate. That's that one. Great, no problem. You're saying nice things about Biden. Another one here is, I was with President Biden a few minutes after the debate tonight. Here we are at the watch party. He was amazing and kind, as he always is, remembering tiny details about me and my family. I don't care what the pundits say about this great man. I will always be Team Biden. That's June of 2024, say 9 months ago. Then there's another one here, July 21st. I fully endorse Kamala Harris for president. She is a fierce champion for everything we hold dear, including our cherished democracy, reproductive rights, et cetera, et cetera. Another one. To the haters out there, underestimate the Vice President Kamala Harris at your peril. She is a tremendous force for good. Another one. Nikki Haley is just jealous because Kamala Harris is more powerful and closer at the presidency than she'll ever be. I mean, I can go on and on and on and read all this stuff, right? I will tell you, I think it's very important that you're talking about it, but I wrote 2 other things down that maybe caused you to want to leave. And I'd be curious to know, any one of these, I'd love for you to just get into it so the audience knows, and then we can get into all the questions. Did someone offend you? Did somebody try to bully you? Did something happen at the end with just the camel? It was like, I am absolutely done with this bullying, with this threat, with all this bullshit. I'm out of here. I'm going to tell all your BS because you guys didn't keep your commitment. You guys didn't play the game and you left. What was it for you to make this dramatic of a change within a few days?
First of all, it was a few months. I know this is not what I anticipated at all. And thank you for, you're always extremely fair to your guests. So I know that I have critics out there, and I'm happy to address all of their questions and concerns. It wasn't just bullying. Bullying I can take. I've been hated on and screamed at and spit upon all my life, and I'm sure you have too. You know what it's like. It's just part of the cost of doing business.
For sure.
Bullying is one thing. The death threats, the smear campaigns, the cancer culture campaigns, that's a whole nother level. Going after my parents who have nothing to do with this, finding their address, harassing these two, like they're getting up there. You
This
know?
is your former colleagues. You're saying
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
My
got it.
parents who have absolutely nothing at all to do with this, they just love me. That's their only crime. Like to drag them in, to drag my brother in, that is just so, I'm getting like heated just talking about it. That is not acceptable.
In what way did they do that?
Messaging my parents with these threats. My mom, I have receipts. I don't know. I can send you the screenshot after my brother telling me my mom has been freaking out all day because of the death threats and she had to file a police report. It's just so over the top. Like going after me is one thing. I can take it. But my mom, who has nothing, it's just out of bounds.
What were they telling your mom? And how soon was it? After the election? Like
a
when
week
was
or two.
it?
When it wasn't at that point, I was just asking questions. Like it wasn't even. I was like, "What happened to the $2.5 billion we raised? Why did we spend it on Beyonce? Why did we spend 2.5? Why did we spend millions of dollars on Oprah?" Like legitimate questions that needed to be answered. But the amount of hate I got for that was just overwhelming. And the final straw, the moment that I knew that I needed to leave, was actually around Christmas Eve, when the chair of the party, he's the biggest clown that the Democratic Party has ever, like honestly, in recent history, I can't think of a more incompetent boob than this man. And if you just look at him,
It's pretty bad to be an incompetent boob. That's not good. DNC Chair Rob, can you pull up which one are you talking about?
Jamie Harrison.
Okay, I got you.
And
Tell me why. Tell me why.
You can go on his timeline. Just look at his tweets from yesterday. They're all about me. If he had spent more time attacking Republicans or actually running a campaign, we wouldn't. And if he had spent half the time he did attacking me on attacking Republicans, they wouldn't be in this situation. Do you see it? He's calling me a narcissist. He's showing my private communications. This guy is obsessed.
What's he showing, Rob? Can we see it? Lindy Li, you're a narcissist, and the only question you raised to me were those asking how you could get another picture with the VP or how you could get into the reverse seating areas of rallies, grifters, going to grift. You are a fraud, but the next time you want to check me on Newsmax, make sure you share some of the notes you sent.
You know what set him off? I said that he engaged in a conspiracy to hide Biden's cognitive decline. Instead of engaging with me on the content and substance of my criticisms, he's doing this childish 5-year-old shit. Like, honestly, grow up. Are you a toddler? And for the past couple months, he's been tweeting GIFs at me of like raging dumpster fires instead of answering the basic question. Why did we squander the hard-earned money of the American people? We had a duty of care to them, a trust. If people are giving money to the Democratic Party, we needed to be good stewards of those funds, not blowing it on 5-star hotels for ourselves or fancy dinners or whatever, which is what he did. And the fact that he chose not to run for re-election tells you everything, that no one has confidence. And I'm still in touch with Democratic donors at that level. The uniparty stuff, there's a certain element of truth to that. I still am friends with a lot of Democratic donors. All of them think so little of this guy. He failed upwards. He lost bitterly to Lindsey Graham and then got his job as DNC chair because he was friends with James Clyburn. But I don't even want to waste oxygen talking about him. But he is just an emblem of what is wrong with this Democratic Party. They don't want to answer substantive questions. They go for these personal attacks. Hey guys, I'm so excited to be on Minnect. I will answer any questions no matter what it is, whether it be politics, sex, your love life, family issues, whatever it is, I'm here for you. I want to be your friend. I want to talk with you and understand you. So please reach out. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks so much, guys.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.